Gaurav, I want to bring you in here. I can't help but make a comparison here. The comparison on one side, political bickering, indecisiveness. They don't know what to discuss and debate in the parliament, while we have these men and women in uniform still on the job 2-3 months later, whether it's inside the forest or intelligence services, to ensure that they will nab the terrorists and keep Kashmir Valley safe.
You're absolutely right. This is Operation Mahadev, and from the 22nd of April, you had security forces who were tracking the movement of these Pakistani terrorists very closely, and the locals who may have provided assistance to these Pakistanis. So some people were taken into custody earlier, those who were accused of providing logistical support to these terrorists, including hiding them, shielding them, and telling them that locals should disappear the moment the killings start. Point one. Point two, the Pakistani terrorists, they were spotted on drones, and several drones were mounted immediately, but they managed to melt away. It's the general area of Lidwas where these terrorists are holed up. Now we have this officially, and I was just getting a word in. Operation Mahadev, contact has been established in the general area of Lidwas. Operation is in progress. Now the army is officially giving this information out, which means contact established, perhaps some hard kills, and perhaps, hopefully, there may just well be an arrest also. If not, at least these terrorists will be neutralized, and then there will be evidence for the world to see what India was saying all along. So the timing, of course, very interesting. At a time when this is to be taken up in Parliament, that's exactly the time that these terrorists have been spotted, and an attempt is being made to catch or kill them. You know, it's usually a capture or kill. Main thing is, own lives should not be lost. Our own soldiers should not be injured in trying to catch them alive. If you can injure them, the best, but and arrest them. If you cannot, most important, stay safe, neutralize these terrorists. Anyway, for the first time ever, these terrorist hotbeds and centers have also been targeted, including Muridke and Bahawalpur, which was never done before.
Stay on with me, and I want to reiterate as a responsible channel, because we understand that the gunfight is on presently. The terrorists are trapped. We are not going to reveal much about the operation details, location and more, but I can confirm to you, we have got it from joint forces right now that this operation is on. And of course, fingers crossed that these are suspected terrorists involved in Pahalgam massacre. Kamaljeet, I want to come to you, but it's also because such a sensitive development right now, while we are heading for a parliamentary debate, that there have been instances in the past that there have been terrorists not only who have been trapped, there have been encounters, but importantly, it will be the identity, the details. So we know the exact link that sent these terrorists infiltrating into J&K, foreign or local, and then, of course, that will add on to what exactly happened.
Well, absolutely. What we're talking about is that 2 terrorists have been neutralized as per sources, and 1 has been hit. So they're waiting a final confirmation, because it could be 3 killed, so to say. But remember, it's the identification. Now, what we know from our security forces is that they're being extremely guarded about it, because they would want to confirm and reconfirm. Remember, Parliament is in session. Questions being raised not just about the Pahalgam terror attack, but also Operation Sindoor. So this is where they have been working around, and remember, working in tandem, because remember, there's security related, there's Amarnath Yatra going on, there is a whole lot of things. So this is where sources do indicate to us that Operation Mahadev is extremely important, because this is a high probability that this could be Pahalgam attackers, and this could be a first shot in the arm as far as the security grid is coming in. The Suleiman group in particular, this is where what we know is, remember, the NIA has been doing this investigation, and remember, the support coming in, because even the Pulwama attack actually took quite some time. And this is where what we know is that as far as the Pahalgam attackers are concerned, remember, they had the sketches out in a short time, but the operation has taken much longer. And this is what security grid does tell us, that this could be a very important encounter at this point of time.
Kamaljeet, stay on with me. The encounter, the gunfight is on. There could be information that's coming in. 1 has been neutralized. We are looking for 3 right now. Foreign terrorists likely, but there's been the allegation of local support as well, because remember, in the past few days there have been at least 2 locals for allegedly providing logistics who were taken in custody of the agencies of the forces. Gaurav Sawant continues to be with us. Gaurav, just take us through the past 3 months, April, May, June, now we're ending with July. the world appears to may have moved on, but for families, for the soldiers, it's still been an ongoing operation. The memory of the family members, there's so much at stake for India with regard to such operations, such encounters, to be able to tell Pakistan, we will never forgive and never forget.
You know, on the aspect of never forgiving and forgetting what Pakistan did post 26/11, we've said that many times, but this time India actually hit Pakistan, and not just Pakistan occupied Jammu and Kashmir, or not just any one location, like they did in Balakot after Pulwama. This time, multiple targets were neutralized, and using hard power, Indian missiles, Indian aircraft went and massively caused extensive damage, imposing costs on Pakistan. But then everyone said, where are those terrorists? So the two locals, one was from Bijbehara, one was from Pulwama. I think one was called Ehsan, the other was called Adil. Adil and Ehsan, they were both taken into custody. Initially, you know, from the eyewitnesses, and there were several eyewitnesses, remember all the widows who saw their loved ones being killed at point blank range. And one of the widows, she walked up to these terrorists and said, you've killed my husband, you might as well kill me too. And he said, no. Tum jao Modi ko batao. So, you know what we've done here. So, these women had seen their husbands being killed. They had seen them. So, they gave a description. Based on their description, these sketches were prepared. Then certain images came out in public domain. Whether it was, Kamaljeet was talking about Suleiman Shah, codename Yunus. Yunus was the ringleader of this gang, but there was also this Asif Fauji. Asif Fauji is supposed to be an ex-Pakistan SSG commando. The third man, Abu Talha, again of Lashkar-e-Taiba, or the so-called resistance front. Now, remember, these Pakistanis, the moment they got into this Financial Action Task Force grey list, they realized having all these Islamic names, Lashkar-e-Taiba, Jaish-e-Mohammed, Harkat-ul-Jihad-e-Islami. You have an Islamic name, you especially after 9/11, you will have international agencies gunning for you. So they tried to keep what is called a secular name. What was the secular name? The Resistance Front. It was the same Lashkar-e-Taiba, the same radical Islamic Jihad, the same ghazwa-e-hind. What is ghazwa-e-hind? That you convert Hindustan into an Islamic state. This is ghazwa-e-hind. These three terrorists, they attacked India as part of that ghazwa-e-hind. So they identified all the Hindus and they killed them at point blank range. Security forces know this, and that is why it's an Operation Mahadev. You see, Mahadev, Shiva the destroyer, and is the destroyer of terror. Hopefully all three terrorists will be destroyed today, and that is India's response, not just here, but across the line of control and the international border, when 9 terrorist training camps and 11 air bases, including in Pakistan's Punjab province. You know all that Punjabi Muslims say, their army says you can never hit us in Punjab. Repeatedly Pakistan's Punjab was hit, so that you know neither Pakistan army nor terrorists are safe in Punjab anymore.